a 29-point win in their last game. You are correct. They have been steamrolling their opponents, and they do this because of a couple of things. Defense, they're very they have a they do a good job pressuring their opponent. Secondly, their rebounds. They're very they dominate and they're very active on the defensive and offensive glass.
With that being said, isa lang yan sa ating mga participating teams that we will be taking a look at right now. One is PCU, another of course is the Philippine Marine Institute. Pero nakikita nyo ang Arandia, ang PLP, ang RTU, and Verga, and all of the other teams out there. And yun ang pinaglalabanan nila, our league format. Just like what we mentioned ago, it's a double round robin, whereas we will be seeing a Final Four, and a major thing is that top 1 and top 2 will have a twice to beat advantage.
So that is crucial. That is big for the top two teams. That's their prize, that they have that twice to beat advantage. So again, continuing from our format, the winners of the semifinal round will advance to the finals, and that will be a championship round best of 3.
Well, with that being said, let's take a look at the games today. Just like what we said a while ago, this is a 4-header na pangungunahan ng PCU kontra sa PMI. We'll also have PLP to go up against CSCQC. And then, for the next matches, we also have Arandia and AUF. And finally, we have RTU versus PIC. A lot of matches, as per usual, ang mangyayari ngayon. But Coach Anton, I'd like you and everyone else who's watching at home to feast their eyes on the standings. Anything that seems familiar to you, or is there a team that's actually standing out right now?
Well, right now, PCU, not surprising, they're at the top of our standings. I'm looking at RTU to go up the rankings as well. They're now at 2-1. AUF, not really surprised. This is a very disciplined team. They're really going to get up there in the standings as well.
I mean, honestly, kung sisilipin natin, there's like some sort of, you know, dip or like a discrepancy between the teams na meron ng nakuhang panalo and yung iba that is still finding their ways to get a victory. One of them being the Philippine Maritime Institute, if I would say, as this is our game at hand. They are looking to get their first victory kontra sa Philippine Christian University, and you have them on your screens right now. On a roll, especially with this guy, number 11, Kenneth Obioha, who is the best player kontra sa kanilang laro sa PLP.
So Kenneth Obioha, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. Mind you, he scored all these points in the third quarter, where he actually only played nung third quarter and a little bit in the fourth as well. So talagang he made an impact and a big difference in that game.
Honestly, if you're Coach B-Boy Simon, right, you're not going to be surprised with the amount of talent that you have with this team. Another talent, if I should say, is Charles Esguera, wearing number 31 para sa kupunan ng PCU. This is another player you're going to have to watch out for. Technically, all of them, pero siya yung nagpakitang gilas sa PLP.
So Charles Esguera, that's another weapon that we discovered in that game. Double-double performance, 12 points, 13 rebounds. So ibang klase si Charles Esguera during that game.
Yeah, honestly, a double-double doesn't usually happen in this league very often. Kaya kung may makikita ka talaga na ganong klaseng performance, you have to give it to him as well. Playing on both sides of the floor, getting 3 steals whenever possible. Kaya yung PLP, nahirapan talaga sila upon executing their gameplay. Pero going up against a team that is hungry for victory, the Philippine Maritime Institute Admirals, who are currently seated at 0-2, they're gonna have to rely on Resty Gonzalez, one of the key players of this team, whereas they didn't really score as much, pero siya yung naging main source of contribution for offense.
So talking about the Admirals, in their last game, 82-39 loss versus PUP, a whopping 43-point deficit. They could not buy a basket during that game. No, 12 out of 44, 27% field goals, 1 out of 12. That's 8.3% sa 3-point field goals nila. So that's something that was addressed by their head coach during practice.
Yeah, they're going to have to find another way amidst those 37 turnovers. Hopefully, they get to limit that one right now as we head over to our game announcer.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here at the Central Recreation and Fitness Center here in New Era, Quezon City for the continuation of Far East Basketball League. It's the first game of today's quadruple header. It's between the PMI Admirals and the PCU Dolphins. Now let's meet the starters beginning with the PMI Admirals. Starting guard number 25, Rusty Gonzalez. Outer guard number 61, Charles Yayong. At forward number 17, Zaren Samus. Outer forward number 7, Kenneth Manalo. At center number 11, Raymar Dairit. Head coach is Algeru Alemania. And now here are the starters from the PCU Dolphins. Starting guard number 4, Christian Austria. Outer guard number 22, Troy Manipolo. At forward number 17, Clinton Malhiabo. Outer forward number 10, Lionel Failon. And playing center number 6, J.M. Bautista. Head coach for the PCU Dolphins, Oscar B-Boy Simon. Our game officials, crew chief J.R. Torres, upper 1, Luis Carranza, and upper 2, Paul Mendoza. This is the Far East Basketball League, Season 1.
Being showcased here by both of the teams. It's pretty usual para sa kupunan ng Philippine Christian University. Meanwhile, for PMI, there's been, a few adjustments here and there. We haven't seen Acorda just yet. It's Manalo, Dairit making it to the starting lineup, Samos, and then Resty Gonzalez, and last but not the least, Charles Iyayong also making it to the lineup for the team.
So for these two squads, like what you mentioned, nothing new for PCU, but for PMI, new starting lineup, they have a new set of starters. Not really a whole set, but different starters naman ang pinasok ni Coach Al.
Yeah, also the same actually for PCU. You see Clinton Maliabo here para sa kupunan ng PCU who's holding the ball right now, and he needs to make some sort of contribution, and that might just be it as Bautista gets an offensive rebound. They need to put a stop to it. Good defense by PMI to start their possession.
So there you go, J.M. Bautista getting that offensive rebound, just couldn't buy a basket for that second chance opportunity.
Samos now being hounded by Manipolo. There's just a few more times getting to run on it. But again, it is going to be an official's timeout. They're going to figure something out for both of the teams because we started to see them get a little bit of movement, but for PCU, we've seen some sort of advantage in terms of height, pero kung posibleng takbuhan to ng kupunan ng PMI and also lower their turnovers down, then there might be a chance for them to get in this game.
It's great that you mentioned the turnovers, because in the last game of PMI, they had a whopping 37
Yeah,
turnovers.
that's a lot.
So I was talking to head coach Al, and he mentioned yung total points natin. It's almost the number na ng turnovers because they scored. Remember, it was 39 points for their total score in that game, 37 points. So
yeah, honestly,
they had to check that.
Yeah, honestly, they went up against Polytechnic University of the Philippines. If there's anything we know about that team, they are scrappy. Like you can find them just running and gunning. Kung sakali, kung pag nakita nila yung bola, parang nandidilim yung paningin nila. So PMI, you're really gonna have to, find a way to take better care of the basketball. We've mentioned a couple of players from a while ago. Yung kanilang kapitan na si Hanapin ay hindi natin mahahanap for this game because he's still undergoing some sort of yung prior commitment na kinakailangan niya na, of course, is part of the studies as well for the player.
Yeah, so remember, the Admirals, this is a maritime school. So he is undergoing, like what you mentioned, yung final days of his training because he is going to be deployed already. So one of the veterans of this team, si Eric, like what you mentioned, Eric Hanapin, hinahanap pa natin. I believe what's causing the delay is the shot clock. Nagkaka-issue siya sa shot clock.
Yeah,
kanina.
well, we're just figuring something out here, but I'm sure that these guys, both players of both of the teams, are ready to go pretty much para sa ating laban. A little bit more about everything that we've seen so far in this game. Not only did Acorda, I feel like Acorda is really gonna be a crucial piece in this matchup, pero hindi natin siya nakita in this starting lineup. So the contribution would have to come in elsewhere. That is a 3. That's gonna come up short. Austria with a rebound. PCU ngayon bringing it to the right side. Austria again, 17 seconds on the shot clock. This is the money man, Troy Manipolo to Bautista. They're just, you know, spinning it all around, and that might not be a foul called by our officials. Nagmamadali na naman ang PMI, turning it around, pero merong supal sa likuran.
So great transition defense being shown by the Dolphins. Getting that block.
Almost a minute and 30 passing by. Both teams still haven't found their way into the basket. Manipolo forces inside. Not gonna work that time. Rerekta sila ngayon kay Yayong, and Charles deciding to slow it down para sa Admirals.
So good mix on offense for the money man Manipolo going inside from that particular offensive possession.
And now he gets the basketball. Probably an easy 2. A bit of hard work there, pero ito, dito sila kilala ngayon. This is the trap na nagbigay din ng problema sa kupunan ng PMI when they went up against PUP. Fortunately, they made it across, but it was stopped by the Dolphins.
Yeah, so they only made it up to 3/4 of that court. Bautista able to disrupt that pass. He had a teammate open underneath already, talking about the Admirals. But the active hands by Bautista.
Now it's Samos getting a double screen, pero hindi pa rin makahanap, and he decides to just take the 3 and introduce PMI to the scoreboard.
So Zaren Samos getting that 3 ball to go. That's one of the players that we are going to be looking for apart from Resty Gonzalez. That is their shooter.
Now it's Austria trying to fire something of his own. Couldn't work that time. The defense being played by PMI again.
Christian Austria 0 for 2 to start the ball game from Rainbow territory.
Now this is Gonzalez. That's a step back J. Not gonna work. Fighting his way inside. Wala pa rin. And the ball will be staying with PMI. More than 3 minutes already passing by in this game.
Kenaf Manalo getting that offensive rebound in their last game. He scored 5 points, grabbed 8 rebounds. So that's something that you can look forward to with Kenaf Manalo.
Yeah, honestly, you'd love for more contribution from all of the players, and that high up, not gonna work. Meron na namang sabayan dun sa rebound, and it will be taken by Filon. Dolphins, Maliabo, 3. Not good. Rekta na naman kay Bautista. It's gonna hit the backboard, so that is a turnover para sa kupunan ng Dolphins. This is something that we don't usually see from PCU.
Well, it is something that a bit of a, I wouldn't say new thing, pero uncharacteristic for PCU, no? Not being able to execute their offense. But on defense,
yeah, unfortunately, Austria already 0 for 3 from the field. You have to give it to him. Now it's Gonzalez. A pretty uncanny shot there, but it still almost hits the rim. Austria getting to Manipolo, mid-range. Couldn't work that time. It's the Dolphins skying for the basketball. They get a fresh 14 now. Maliabo going to the right side, leaves it Olieva, and that will not count, but I believe that is 2 pointers, 2 free throws para kay Hans Lieva.
Hans Leva, katukayo mo, Hans. Same name,
pero may
different
six-
spelling.
different
Yes,
spelling,
different
different
spelling. In their last game, he did not play. Now getting the starting nod for head coach B-Boy Simon.
I mean, you'd love to see it, right? You get these opportunities, you make the most out of it, and I'm glad that he's fighting, getting inside, forcing the contact, at ngayon, nasubukan siya dito sa free throw line. He's only gonna make 1 for 1, but he's gonna get an extra rebound, and he's gonna make another field goal.
So getting getting his stats.
Yeah.
Getting his stats is Hans Lieva. Hans Lieva.
Now it's Samus stepping back. Very active are the Dolphins on defense. Yayong setting it up now. 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Rekta na naman ang angat. Samus couldn't work, but look at him fighting through. Almost a putback. And then there's another one. Giving some life. Doon sa ilalim is Kenneth Manalo. This is another one of those offensive rebounds. Now he's gonna go to the line.
So again, we mentioned Kenneth Manalo grabbed 8 rebounds in their last game, doing what he does best, and that's working the glass. But that initial rebound, no, yung kay Raymart Dairit, you could see head coach Al Gero, or head coach Al. He just wants to be called head coach Al. Sabi niya, baba mo muna and then iangat mo. Like, wag mong madaliin.
Yeah, unfortunately, kahit na hindi niya na madali yung kanyang free throws, it still was 2 misses. Now it's the rushing Dolphins. Maliabo for 3. Not gonna work as well. That's the second miss from Clinton. Rekta sila ngayon kay Gonzalez using that quick first step. Rekta dito sa ilalim. That still won't go. Pero ang sipag ng kupunan ng Admirals in looking for the extra possession, and he gets it to fall. That's Zaren Samos for you.
So Zaren Samos getting that end one opportunity. I gotta go back to Kenneth Manalo. He tapped that ball. He wasn't able to get the offensive rebound, but he had that control tap. Tapped it to his teammate to get this opportunity for a 3-point play para kay Zaren Samos.
And honestly, you'd love to see it from this guy scoring all of the 6 points so far para sa kupunan ng PMI, at naglagay na naman sa kanilang muli pabalik sa kalamangan in the driver's seat. Now, it is going to be Filon. Patented mid-range shot is not gonna work so far. And now it's PMI looking to extend this lead.
So Lionel Filon, we've been waiting for him to get hot because those are one of the players that head coach B-Boy Simon mentioned na isa sa inaasahan talaga nila.
Would you look at that? Oh, pretty looking pass. Just couldn't finish there. Mula dito sa kupunan ng PMI. Now it's Samos putting his defender on an island, and that is good. Getting hot here is Zaren.
So Zaren Samos scoring now. That is his 8th point, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it already is. He's been scoring all of the points so far para sa PMI. Meanwhile, Manipolo couldn't get it to fall. Kabasag is just right there, but I think that is gonna be a call of, there was a cross call, so I feel like it's a double foul. Or is it an unsportsmanlike foul? We're about to figure out in just a bit. All right, it's a double foul.
Double foul, yeah. So that is a double foul being signaled by the referees. That's on Hans Lieva. And
yeah, honestly, they're gonna have to be very careful here kasi medyo bawas ang lineup ngayon ni Coach B-Boy Simon pagdating sa mga bigs due to the absence of Mike Romero. But before that, it's Resty Gonzalez missing on that shot. Bato na lang. Nakuha pa rin itong si Gonzalez. Another lefty in and out, leaving it. And that is a traveling violation called against Resty Gonzalez. He moves so, he moves so unusual, but is so effective para iwan yung kanyang defender.
so he does have that. He is very shifty. And that is very, very useful as a shooter because that creates separation.
Now it's Pascua joining the action here. Austria, same spot. Still the same result. Missing from a lot of chances here. This is Jake Kabasag. Also didn't get a chance to play last time, pero ngayon, he is in action, and this is the guy we were talking about. Adrian Acorda, 4 from 4 from the field, and is introducing himself in this game.
So first shot, first basket. This is an example of efficiency. for Adrian Acorda. Scored 9 points, grabbed 4 rebounds in their last game against PUP.
In and out it goes para kay Christian Austria. And now it's the rest of the members trying the run and it gets rejected by Lieva. Kabasag already out of balance right from the start. It was just inevitable for the side of the Admirals.
Great timing by Hans Lieva. And you did mention earlier about the bigs of PCU as we see Kenneth Obioha checking in. No Mike Romero.
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, yun yung kailangan nating makita. But for now, this is the guy you have to watch out for. Literally 10 points in the first quarter alone for Zaren Samos. Ito yung nawawala sa kanila during their game against PUP. For now, a lucky bounce para kay Lionel Failon to also introduce himself into this game.
So much needed basket para sa PCU from Lionel Failon. Scored 8 points, 5 rebounds in their last game.
And that is Jake Kabasag committing a turnover for the Admirals. Not the most likely scenario that you'd love to see here, especially if you're getting an opportunity and he's really looking forward para makabawi in this matchup. It's Obioha now. Finding Failon again, Manipolo, or actually this is the Luz finally joining this team, and then Failon short on that one. Look at Lieva fighting for it. The Luz loses the basketball and is a turnover for PCU.
So had the right idea. Talking about Derek Daluz driving inside. He was covered. Couldn't take that 3-point shot.
Yeah, just less than 30 seconds to go in this first quarter. A foul is going to be called kontra sa kupunan ng PCU. Derek Daluz on your screens right now. He is one of the defensive specialists of this team. Pero habang tumatagal yung ating liga, ay nakikita natin siya also contributing on the offensive side.
So not only is he being asked to play defense, pero sa opensa rin. Kaya inaano na ni Coach B-Boy na mag-step up ka na.
Now this is Gonzalez, I believe. Couldn't get the basket to fall. Still hasn't scored in this game. Good passing to Obioha. Iiwan ang kanyang kalaban sa ere. Deciding to use the timing. First 2 points for the best player of the game para sa PCU in their third straight win. Just 2 seconds remaining. Do they know about it? They do. But they do not have enough time to pull off a shot. Even so, it is the side of the PMI Admirals leading by 3 points. The score is 12-9. Lamang ang PMI kontra sa PCU.
That's why it's quick.
Now, we were talking about something as we head back into this matchup para sa FEBL Season 1. And kung tutuusin, PCU, a really good, defensive team pagdating sa setting traps. And madalas nakikita natin ng PMI who would usually commit those turnovers. They really haven't had a lot to start off our first quarter.
That is true. They've only had 4 turnovers so far in this ball game. So talagang head coach Al addressed that problem during their practices.
Yeah, unfortunately, they started it off with a turnover to start the second quarter, which is not a good start. Might be another case here para kay Kabasag. He has to take control of things. Adrian Acorda gets it to Arceo. 5 seconds remaining, crossing left and right, and good defense by the Dolphins. Now it's Failon rushing and getting it to Kenneth, using his body to get down to the paint for 2 points. That is a quick turnaround of events, and now all of a sudden, it is PCU with a lead, 13-12.
Commentators jinx.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to talk anymore, Coach Anton, because as soon as I mentioned that they only committed a few turnovers from the first quarter, it's already 2 to start off para sa PMI that led to 4 straight points para sa PCU.
Oh, don't do that. Don't say you're not
Yeah,
gonna talk anymore. I'm
All
gonna need
all
my
right,
partner
all right,
here.
all right. That's fair. That's fair. I'm
No,
gonna
but-
go and talk, but not in a jinxing way.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's not have that commentators jinx as they call it. But you are correct. 4 turnovers in the first quarter pero biglang 2 consecutive which prompted head coach Coach Al to call a quick timeout.
Galicia finding another way to get the basket to fall here. Balik ngayon ang kalamangan sa kupunan ng PMI 14-13. Obioha forcing the issue. Drops to the ground. Now it's Filon finding Pascua down low, and that is going to be a 3-second violation called against Dan Pascua na nakita natin making it as a 6th man para sa kupunan ng PCU. Lead stays at 14-13. And then here's Reyes joining the party as well para sa kupunan ng PMI. Kabasag against Yeva. This is a big versus a big. And Yeva winning that defensive matter. But Acorda is going to be called for an offensive foul. Good defense from the bigs of PCU.
Lionel Filon, akala niya he was going to be called for a foul. He was surprised, but it was the other way around. It's actually called for an offensive foul. Hooking is what the call was.
Yeah, good vision as well from one of our officials. Kita niya kasi na nandun sa likuran may konting kalawit na nangyari. But as of the moment, it is still the side of PCU looking forward for a way to get themselves back in the driver's seat. 5 seconds remaining. Pascua to Obioha, who chucks up a shot short on that one. And that is going to be a good defensive possession para sa PMI.
So great defense up until the end. Had to force Kenneth Obioa to take that pull-up jumper. And also smart play, tapping the ball sa kalaban para makuha nila yung bola.
And hounded is the defense here ng kupunan ng PCU. Reyes having such a hard time to go up against Kenneth Obioha. And you'd love to see this guy, right? Being one of the bigs, pero siya yung dumidepensa sa gwardya.
He pressures. No? He knows how to pressure the ball carrier. And you like seeing that, like what you mentioned. You like seeing that from your bigs.
And now it's Sieva all the way from 3-point line. Dadalhin sa baba, stopping, popping, and scoring is Sieva.
Ansieva getting that pull-up jumper to go. Mukhang that's what they do in practice. No? They practice those pull-up jumpers. Baka sila ni Money Man, Manipulo.
Oh, look at this. Another one of those offensive fouls. Turnovers starting to swarm the Admirals now. And you don't want to see that, especially in such a low-scoring ball game that every possession matters.
Every possession does matter, especially sa mga gantong tight ball games. Like, kumbaga, talagang importante naman hindi ka magkaroon ng turnovers. Pero yung tight ball games, all the more.
Now it's the lose. 5 seconds to work with. Goes to his left. Tries to chuck up a shot and is met in the air by Acorda. Good defense. Just 2 seconds remaining. So PCU would have to resort to a baseline Hail Mary here if they want to chuck up a shot. Not gonna work. A second remaining. Fresh and fast hands by the Admirals. They're gonna have to do one more of that, but it is not gonna happen now. Nagmamadali na naman itong si Reyes to go up against Obioha. Stopping and popping. Couldn't work. Pascua absorbing the rebound.
Only one attempt there para sa PMI Admirals. Pascua controlling the boards.
Look at Obioha. Down low. There's a reason why he's hailed as the best player of the game, even though he scored just 8 points in the previous one. But look at this now. It is going to be a foul called against Kenneth Obioha. He wanted to play good defense pagbalik, pero natawagan siya ng ating foul.
Yes. I remember siya yung nakashoot, but when he comes down, he gets called for the foul. That's something that I've always wondered about.
Getting the rebound is Acorda now. This time it's Kabasag. And then leaving it na naman. 5 seconds to work with. Kabasag shoots it. Doesn't hit the rim. Now it's Obioha na rerekta kay Daluz. Dolphins. Filon is wide open. Not good. Too strong para kay Lionel.
Straight line, just a bit strong for Lionel Filon.
Now it's BJ Reyes sidestepping, leaving it down low. That's a good one. Kamuntikan lang yun, pero in and out it goes. Daluz, sisiguraduhin ang 2 puntos.
So getting that 2 points to go off of that transition offense, Derek Daluz streaking to the basket, gets the 2 points.
Yeah, it's unfortunate now for PMI. Nakakadalawang turnovers or 2 puntos pa lamang sila dito sa ating second quarter. And you'd love to see them get more of those contributions. Zaren Samu scoring 10 points sa first quarter, and we haven't really seen a lot of them step up in this game. So maybe Adrian Acorda could do something about it.
So again, basketball is a 5-man sport, so you really need help from your teammates. So Zaren Samos, you mentioned 10 points. You gotta get more help from the other Admirals.
I'm not entirely sure if he's like perfect from the field, pero Adrian Acorda currently has 4 points. What I'm sure of is he's perfect from the free throw line. So that is a good sign para dito sa PMI if they want to get right back in this game. Now it's the lose. Getting it to Pascua. And now to Kenneth. Just less than 10 seconds in the shot clock. Obioha faking it. Midi is not money. Pero may sipag na kukunin doon, and PCU will be retaining possession due to the foul.
So we like seeing this from PCU. They like to work that glass to get those rebounds. Esguera getting that foul.
Oh, look at Obioha. Couldn't work that time. Here's the offensive rebound that you were talking about, pero hindi talaga pumapasok yung kanilang mga tira. Now it's Sanchez looking for a sidestep, and that is a traveling violation na itatawag sa kanya. Or should I say that's Jericho Galicia para sa kupunan ng PMI. A turnover for the Admirals. Just 3 minutes, the lose. Doesn't need to set up a play, pero he gets to set it up this time because a loose ball is called against the side of PMI.
Adrian Acorda couldn't get a handle on that offensive rebound. Lost it to the baseline.
That time Manipolo couldn't score. Nagmamadali na naman ngayon ang kanilang kupunan, but it's just Obioha, the big guy who is there. The lose now. Less than 3 minutes to go in the first half. Is gonna set up a play para sa kupunan nila. Obioha finding some room. And a soft touch is gonna nail it. 8 points para kay Kenneth.
So Kenneth Obioha initially posted up his defender. Decided to go up top to the 15-foot line. Libre inside. He was able to get that 2 points to go.
Yeah, they're starting to establish a lead here, and Gonzalez loses it. Obioha leaves it again. The freight train, Kenneth Obioha, now in double digits.
Great setup job by Derek Daluz to the streaking Kenneth Obioha. You always got to reward your big man.
There's Samos. Couldn't work. Acorda thought of shooting, pero wala na talaga. The defense was there from PCU. Manipolo wanted to leave it dito kay Esguera. That's a player you need to watch out for. Obioha, the hot hand. Pascua tries the defense. Couldn't get it to go, but there is a traveling violation called against them. But look at this, right? Open lane. Kenneth Obioha, soft touch just as usual. And then Another back-to-back 4 points yan para kay Obioha.
So that's Kenneth Obioha showing us why he was hailed as the best player of the game in their last game. Very, very efficient in our ball game, going 4 of 6 so far.
Now, lumalaban na naman dito. Sa ilalim ang kupunan ng PMI, but they couldn't get a basket after those 2 offensive rebounds. One hitting the board, another hitting the board, and then it hits outside.
And if you see who was there playing defense, like a great wall, Kenneth Obioha being very disciplined, just having his hands straight up.
Now it's Pascua soaring and getting to the hoop for 2 points.
So D'Angelo Pascua earlier, he was posting up, got called for traveling, pero this time took it strong to the hole. Gets that bang in a bucket for a chance at a 3-point play.
He wanted to leap so high to make sure na hindi maaabot yun ng kahit sinong defender mula sa kupunan ng PMI. First 3 points yan para kay D'Angelo Pascua, and all of a sudden, it's the side of PCU na merong kalamangan na 10. Unfortunately, a foul is gonna call to the same player who made the final score. It's the usual.
It's the usual thing. I'm grinning ear to ear because this always happens. So looking at the situation, whoever scores will get called for a foul. Normally, or unusually, I would say.
Yup, Acorda now getting the rebound. Samos again, a volume shooter he is and a volume scorer he will be.
Zaren Samos finally getting 2 points in the second quarter.
Baba ulit ang kalamangan ng PCU sa 8. Now it's Pascua to the loose. 2-3 offense here. Bakante yung gitna. In and out it goes para kay Kenneth Obioha. Just 25 seconds remaining in the first half. They find something. Almost a good shot. Not gonna work. Iiwan nila kay Zaring muli. With 12 points already in this game. Finding someone down low. Iiwan kay Acorda. Good ball movement from PMI.
Great ball movement indeed for PMI. Finding Adrian Acorda inside with that one-handed floater. Very difficult to stop.
And that is a fader na hindi gagana para kay Kenneth Obioha. Making a late game surge are the side of PMI, but you also have to give it to PCU getting the job done, and they now lead by 6, 26-20. highlights on your screen sa muling pagbalik ng ating Far East Basketball League Season 1. Kami naman, it has been Kenneth Obioha paving the way para sa kupunan ng PCU en route to their fourth straight victory. Meanwhile, it's Zaren Samos with double digits as well para sa parehas na teams. As we take a look at the stats right here, anything that's, kind of like
Deja
a
vu.
big elephant in the room or deja vu para sa'yo?
I would say deja vu. Field goal percentage for PMI, 8 out of 30, 26.7%. Remember, in their last game, same story, 24% field goals para sa PCU, 12 out of 34, 35.3%. Points in the paint, I am not surprised. PCU dominating inside with 20 points. Habang ang PMI, 6 points, 3 out of 14, 21.4%. Now, this is where I am surprised. Total rebounds. PMI with 27, PCU with 19. Remember, we all look at PCU as the one that's being really active on the boards, pero baliktad ngayon. Bench points, PCU, not surprised, 22 points. Big reason, Kenneth Obioha, you already mentioned it. Para naman sa PMI, single digits, 9 points only. So they need more help. Basketball is a 5-man sport.
Yeah, honestly, kung sisilipin mo, it's like 6 players already scoring para sa kupunan ng PCU. Meanwhile, there's only 3 mula sa kupunan ng PMI, right? It's Adrian Acorda, it's Zaren Samos, and Jericho Galicia. Not really a lot of things happening just yet para sa opensa ng PMI, and you'd love to see a little bit more from them. But for now, let's, know what they have in mind, especially with Miss Angelica Sarmiento talking to both of our players.
Hi Hans, we can clearly see what is happening inside the court, but still we want to hear from the POV of both sides. So kasama ko ngayon si Troy Manipulo ng PCU Dolphins at sa kabila naman si Zaren Samos ng PMI ADMIRALS. So dito muna tayo kay Troy. Troy, you are now leading by 6 points, pero hindi ito madali para sa inyo. Sa tingin mo, ano yung naging challenge nyo at nagiging challenges nyo for this game?
Di po kami nakakampante na 6 lang po yung lamang namin. Sabi nga ni Coach, kahit anytime pwede siya makakuha ng momentum dahil dumidepensa din talaga yung kalaban tsaka naglalaro ng maayos. Ayun, pananatiliin lang po namin yung depensa namin tsaka yung chemistry po namin.
Thank you so much. Baka meron kong gustong batiin or pasalamatan.
Binabati ko yung family ko. Tsaka salamat po sa lahat na sumusuporta sa akin.
Thank you so much and good luck for the remaining half. At dito naman tayo ngayon kay Zaren. Zaren, kanina sabi sa akin ni Coach Anton, tanungin daw kita kung anong nakain mo ngayon or anong difference sa routine mo for such a great performance.
Siguro po yung conditioning lang po. Yan lang po.
For the first half, Zaren, you scored 12 points already and sa ngayon leading ang PCU Dolphins. Sa tingin nyo, anong kailangan yung i-improve for the remaining half to win this game?
Siguro po yung turnover namin tsaka yung depensa namin. Mas lalo pa namin higpitan. Yan lang po.
Thank you so much. Baka meron ka din gustong batian or pasalamatan.
Binabati ko po yung mama at papa ko, tsaka yung mga kapatid ko, tsaka yung girlfriend ko na si Angela Bondok. Yan lang po. Tsaka yung family Samos, tsaka family Alam. Yan lang po. Thank you po.
Thank you so much and once again, good luck for the both teams and back to you, gentlemen.
Maraming salamat, Miss Angelica Sarmiento, and together with Troy and Zaren, you see Troy very calm, cool, and collected. Alam niya kung ano yung kailangan nilang gawin. Parang siya yung face ni Coach B-Boy Simon during that interview. Meanwhile, si Zaren Samos, as usual, he's gonna have to get used to the camera if he plays that good.
Medyo shy type si Zaren. But you did mention Troy Manipulo being... He's the extension of the head coach, and he is the point guard. He is the starting point guard of the Dolphins. And whenever you are the point guard, you are the extension of the head coach. And kita natin doon kung ano nga yung sinabi ni head coach B-Boy Simon. Yun lang, inulit lang rin niya para kay Miss Angelica Sarmiento.
Yeah, I'd love that he mentioned more about not being too complacent, especially pag-anim lang yung kalamangan. Because from what we've seen from the side of PCU as we start this third quarter, hindi mo pwedeng palagpasin yung kahit anong lamang na meron ka, especially in the FEBL, because of how well most of the teams are starting to play. And basketball is a game of runs. A lot can happen, especially when PMI gets on a streak. Lalo na si Zaren Samos na nakita natin kanina. And now, it's gonna be Gonzalez who is struggling to find his way into scoring those points. Naka 8 points yata siya during the previous matchup, pero ngayon he hasn't scored a single bit.
So during that particular offensive set ng PMI, great defense was shown by PCU getting a hand on that ball. Kaya naman short yung tira ni Resty Gonzalez.
Yeah, as of the moment, we start to see a little bit more of that. Talunan na naman ang nangyayari para sa dalawang teams. And again, a problem is starting to be the defensive end at nagawa nila yan. Kabasag getting onto the open court and getting those 2 points para umpisahan ang ruta ng PMI.
So that defense, that turnover results in transition offense para sa PMI Admirals.
Now it's Austria, almost a hand on it. Ngayon, papasok na naman, bagong salta. Mula sa kupunan ng PCU, not gonna work that time, but look at this. Another offensive rebound. Mainit pa rin. Zaren Samos already with 14.
So Zaren Samos continuing where he left off, 14 points in the ball game.
That might be a foul called against Zaren Samos. Parang sinusundan niya sa baba itong si De Castro. Pero hindi lang talaga gagana yon because again, one of our officials caught all 3 angles. And alam mo, mangyayari when you use an extension of your body.
So Zaren Samos scored the basket, got the foul on the other end. Okay, Steven De Castro did not see action in their last ball game. I'm talking about Steven De Castro. Now seeing some minutes for Coach B-Boy Simon.
Yeah, you'd love to see that he's getting some of these opportunities now as Manipolo getting that steal. Nagmamadali na naman ng Dolphins. Pero pagbalik na pagmamadali din naman ang gagawin nitong si Jake Kabasag at ang PMI. All of a sudden, we are all tied up. A new player unlocked para sa PMI. 4th player scoring. We are tied at all 26. Just in case you guys missed it, it was an interview that was held by Miss Angelica Sarmiento with Troy Manipolo a while ago, and he was talking about how you can't be complacent in a 6-point match or with a 6-point lead. And Coach Anton, I feel like this is the reason why.
He did mention that this team, ang PMI, they play good defense, they're playing really good basketball, and that's the reason why now they're tied up at 26 all. That's just our 3rd deadlock of this ball game.
After fighting their way down 10 points na halos sila yung may hawak ng kalamangan for the first quarter, and then PCU switching it up. Will it be the same scenario ngayon para sa PMI, or will PCU do something about it? As a miss is gonna happen here for Wesley Dulay. Bagong pasok lang din to. He hasn't seen action.
Didn't see action in
the
the first half. Yes.
But now, he's making a statement.
You mentioned kanina, Hans, no? The basketball is a game of runs. And as you can see, PMI with that run, and no doubt PCU looking to get on a run of their own.
Now, good defense being played again. Nakuha lang ni Samos yun. This is now Caneza, rekta kay Zamo, si Iwan na lamang, and he's still the hot hand. He absorbs his rebound. Rekta kay Caneza using the right side, but that is going to be a foul called against Wesley Dulay. Unang tawag ng foul yan. para sa kanya, but I believe it is not in the act of shooting, so baseline inbound ang mangyayari.
So it was before the shot. Yung foul ni Wesley Dula, he was caught with his hand in the cookie jar.
A little too risky there para sa kupunan ng PMI. Now it's Austria trying to fight his way inside. Couldn't work, pero may foul na itatawag kay Charles Yayong, so you know where Austria is gonna go.
Christian Austria, he'll get a chance to get 2 points at the line.
Oh, so just in case you guys don't know, the guy on your screen, the top left, wearing a white shirt, that's
With the
their
basketball.
captain.
Yes, with the basketball in his hand.
That is their captain that you'll be seeing in just a bit once again para lang makita niyo trying to instruct his teammates kung ano ba yung dapat mangyari. Pero sa ngayon, it's Christian Austria making 2, being vocal as per usual, is the captain of PMI. Munti ka na kaming madamay doon, pero ayos lang. It's all good. We're still okay, just in case anyone is asking. 29-26 is still the score. PCU with a 3-point lead. Kabasag, you know, he's one of the big bodies that is holding the basketball para sa kanilang kupunan. But look at this. It's Manalo na mabibitawan yung bola. Pascua to Manipolo. Iiwan sa itaas para kay Kenneth. Failon. That is good passing. Ball movement for PCU.
All 5 players getting a hand on that basketball, resulting in that under-goal stab para sa Dolphins.
Then there is Cañeza. Finding his way inside. At ngayon, nakakita na tayo ng 5 pumupuntos from the Admirals.
So Evan Cañeza beating the defense of the Dolphins, getting that layup to go.
Now it's going to be another turnover. They're the ones getting these defensive possessions. There is a foul called against Christian Austria. He couldn't believe it, as Kabasag is going to be the one to go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Lots of contact in that action so far.
Jake Kabasag, you see him pushing that ball. You can see it in his face that he wanted to get to the basket. He was met by Christian Austria. Now, Christian Austria was talking to the referee saying, "Ref, wala naman, hindi naman." Ang bumangga daw si Jake, hindi naman daw siya.
Yeah, I mean,
Pleading his case.
yeah, was pleading his case a while
pleading his
ago.
case.
Hopefully, there could be a turn, pero it's Jake Kabasag. It still was a good foul, making just 1 out of 2 shots, as Kabasag now with 5 points already, cutting the lead down to just 2 para sa PCU. Austria now finding Manipolo. This is still almost the starting 5, except for Pascua and Obioha para kay Coach B-Boy Simon. 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Austria chooses the baseline. Iiwan at makukuha na naman a steal. Possession stolen ng PMI. And they're gonna look to tie or maybe take the lead. Now it's Samos. Just 10 seconds on the shot clock. Kabasag against Obioha. Finding some room. Iiwan pala, and that is a foul. Counted by Kenneth Manalo. And now they have a chance to take the lead.
So Christian Austria getting called for that foul. Hacked Kenneth Manalo. Not a good foul to give, no, for
Yeah.
Christian Austria, because Kenneth Obioha was there. He had his hands straight up. I mean, I can understand it is very tempting to get that block. Pero kasi when you swipe at the ball, lalo na yung paangatang player, yung chances of getting that foul, medyo malaki talaga eh, mataas.
All tied up is this ball game. Kenneth Manalo unfortunately missing his 3rd straight free throw. Manipolo couldn't get the lead back for the side of PCU. Now it's Kabasag again. He loves this open lane. He tries to get inside, and it's PMI with the lead.
So Jake Kabasag giving the lead to the Admirals off of that transition offense. Jello Pascua tried to get the offensive foul.
That's Failon. Couldn't work for Lionel. Here's Kabasag again. He loves this run and gun action. Jake Kabasag. Parang nanood lang kami ng replay. It's PMI back-to-back. Jake Kabasag, same shot, same spot, same result. That's 1 for 1. Ano ba to? Replay ba to? Parehas lang. I don't even know. But it's the same thing either way as they lead by 4, 35-31. I know it's a little early to say, but Coach Anton, I really do think that we have a ball game in our hands.
It is nice to watch. It is nice to see PMI nagkakabuhay. No? Not to say that wala silang buhay in the first half, but remember, they only had 3 players scoring. Ito ngayon, meron ng dumagdag na 2. Si Jake Kabasag at si Kenneth Manalo getting in on the scoring action. So 5 players now scoring para sa Admirals.
Now it's the Luz using his speed and shiftiness. My goodness! Leaving everybody on the dust. That's Derek Daluz. 6 points already.
From half court, taking it inside, Derek Daluz.
Oh, man.
If you don't like that, you don't like FEBL basketball.
And now this is PMI looking to find ways for them to score. That is still a possession para sa PMI. But you see the struggles for a bit, or I think for the entirety of this game, para dito sa ilan sa mga gwardya ng kupunan ng PMI.
So if you're looking at the matchups, pag guard to guard, talagang lamang ang PCU kontra dito sa Admirals. Hindi naman malaki, pero there is that slight advantage. So they gotta look for other ways to score.
Oh, good possession. Good defensive possession. And I love the defensive assignment here for PCU, putting someone like Dan Pascua against Zarin Samos to stop them.
So that's a bigger player against Zarin Samos. Will make it difficult for sure to get his shot off.
Almost a steal there. That's the lose again. Couldn't get the basket, pero soaring high was Pascua. Now it's the lose. Finding Pascua and then to Obioha again. It's been like that for a while.
Great touch passing na pinakita doon ng PCU. Jello Pascua getting it to Kenneth Obioha.
Now it's Samos against Pascua again. Yayong setting up the defense. Manalo setting up the screen once more. Now it's Kabasag, and then there is a call of an offensive foul called against Jake Kabasag. He couldn't believe it again. He was trying to stare at the referees. He was like, what did I do? But you know what? It's another possession. 2 minutes ang natitira sa third.
You gotta be more disciplined when it comes to setting those picks. You have to stay still. Make sure you're not setting an illegal pick by moving.
There's another mid-pass. Failon only making 1. Obioha missing on that first one. Now it's Kabasag again. He keeps doing it. But he's holding on to his shoulder. I hope he's okay. Yeah, he seems like he's okay. He has that bruiser build, if I should say.
He is a trooper. We're talking about this gentleman at the line, Jake Kabasag. Did not see action in the last game. It's same reason as their captain ball, that's Eric Hanapin. He's undergoing training kasi. So that's the reason why he wasn't able to play in their last game.
Yeah, no wonder they're built like that. I have to give him that too. Unfortunately, that is a double miss, and that is a ball stolen away by Lionel Filon. We are staying at an all-35 ball game. They're going to have to find their way here. Pascua chooses the left and gets the friendly bounce para sa 2 puntos.
Jello Pascua saying to himself, ako naman. Kanina, he was the passer kay Kenneth Obioa to get the 2 points. Pero ngayon, he took it upon himself to get that 2-point basket to go.
Now it's Gonzalez getting the 3 to fall. Finally breaking his cold streak. And now it is PMI with the lead. Less than a minute to go in the third quarter. Pascua gustong bumawi. Too strong. Obioha too strong down low as well. And he will fight his way para makakuha ng 2 free throws.
Kenneth Obioha soaring high for that offensive rebound. Pero you see that 3-pointer by Resty Gonzalez. Nice fake. Got his defender up in the air. Up and under 3-pointer. You don't see that every day, ah.
Nah.
Up and under 3-pointer. That's a shooter, right? For the Admirals, talking about Resty Gonzalez.
I feel like if there's someone who could make that shot, it's him.
It's him.
Because he moves so, kumbaga parang
Shifty
unorthodox.
kanina.
Yeah, he moves so unorthodox. Like, at some point in time, you would try your best to check him. Pero kung hindi mo alam, he's the epitome of never let them know your next move. Because he always does something so different but so effective.
That's like a meme, right?
Yeah, it is.
Never let them know your next move. But yes, you are correct with Resty Gonzalez. And it does come in handy. Like what I mentioned, if you're a shooter, you need to get that separation so that you can pull off that your shot.
All 38 is the score now. It's Arceo holding the basketball. 30 seconds to go. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Kabasag forcing his way inside. And he forces the foul as well. That is on Kenneth. Oh no, that is on Lionel Filon. Pangalawa pa lang naman yan nitong si Filon, but they're having quite a hard time trying to stop this guy, Jake Kabasag.
Yeah, but that's 4 seconds to go in the shot clock, and you get you commit that foul off of a broken play. Sayang eh. Sayang yung defensive possession nyo.
You're also putting Jake Kabasag now at double digits because he now has 11 points para sa kupunan ng PMI. Less than 20 to go. Maliabo back in the game. Austria. Shot clock is now off. Now they get it to Maliabo for the 3. That's good. They get the lead right back before it ends. Unless Gonzalez has something to say about it. 3 seconds left. Does he have time? Oh, that's unlucky. It's Filon again na matatawagan ng foul bago matapos ang ating third quarter. We're still wondering if that is going to be a foul. Well, it is looking likely. Oh man, but you hate to see it, especially when they make their free throws.
But see, Resty Gonzalez, that move. So that unorthodox, that shiftiness. And again, he's a shooter. So minsan talaga iisipin mo, ano bang gagawin nito? Shoot ba to? The drive? And that's what, like what you said. Never let them know your next move.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Like, this guy has always found his way to get some shots up in the best way possible. As of the moment, we're just trying to figure out kung ilan pa ba ang natitira na segundo mula sa kanila. And I feel like this is also something that we are yet to wonder kasi natawagan itong si Resty Gonzalez upon his shot before the buzzer. Kaya nangyayari itong free throws na to. And I feel like we're just gonna settle with 1 second because that's honestly not a lot of time. And Resty Gonzalez, mukhang sila ngayon ang magbabaon. No! No way! I was about to say that we didn't have enough time.
Not for Derek Daluz.
Yeah, you know what? We're gonna have to review that. See, this is what I'm talking about, Coach. Isang segundo na lang eh. Right? We were talking about just 1 second remaining, and then all of a sudden, Derek Deluz was like, okay, you know what?
Let me chuck this one up from half court.
How?
As before half court, actually. But yeah, we are going to review. We are going to see if that's going to count.
All right. Oh. Okay, so the call is it's no good. He
No
can use it for
basket.
highlights, though.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie. He can still use it for highlights, but you're looking at the highlights right now. It's PMI carving their way back into this game after being down 6 sa simula ng ating third quarter. The score is 42-41. Last 10 minutes, possibly, for these two teams para makita kung sino madalo. Back into the ball game we go. You are still watching the Far East Basketball League matchup between PCU and PMI. My name is Hans Galeria, and together with me is Coach Anton De Los Reyes, and this is Miss Angelica Sarmiento. Angelica?
As you guys mentioned, Kabasag were not present the previous game. That is because he just finished with his marine training and it might have done something for him to perform this well for today's game day. At sabi nga ni Coach Al, hanapin will be done with his training next week so his team will be complete on the next game day. Maybe that is the reason they are so pumped up today and maybe take home their first win. Hans and Coach Anton?
That is very insightful information. I'd love that, you know, just like what Angelica mentioned, Hanapin is here to support his team. And I feel like that gave them enough boost para makuha nila yung larong ganito today.
The support that their captain ball is showing.
No! What is going on? You know, if the PBA has like a 4-point line, I feel like that counts as 4 points. But we don't have it right now.
Yeah, but that would be 4 points. That was like a logo 3 if he moved to the logo.
Coach, I'm telling you, this guy never let them know your next move. He just decides to chuck up a shot, and now, nabuhayan na namang muli. Kabasag. Here's Gonzalez. He got more than what he wished for in terms of speed, but look at Jake Kabasag. Starting off strong are the Admirals, and they now lead by 4.
Jake Kabasag doing a good job trailing his teammate. Getting that offensive rebound and the foul from Jello Pasqua.
You really get rewarded when you run. That's the fundamental aspect of basketball na kapag tumakbo ka ng tuloy-tuloy, 60% of the time bababa sa'yo yung bola if it misses. And you'd love to see it in this kind of scenario. But for now, another turnover. Arceo, medyo malayo yung take-off, but he says, I'll take that. I'm good with that. And that is player number 8 who has scored for the side of PMI, led by a Resty Gonzalez 3-pointer. And then Arceo layup that puts PMI on the lead. You're currently looking at the PCU Dolphins, who I feel like are in unfamiliar territory right now, given that they've had 3 straight wins before they trail by 7 in this game.
And they've had the lead for most of the ball game. So unfamiliar talaga right now ang kung nasa ng PCU.
Pressure.
7-point lead.
Yeah, and pressure is starting to get to this team now as Hansieva is going to be committing that turnover. Gonzalez, shifty as he is, goes for it. Couldn't work. Dipsy Do, hindi rin gagana yan. Now it's the lose. finding someone, and that is an opponent. And there is Hansieva. Can they find someone? Kabasag contests it. At gumana yung Pectus. Kabasag. He's the freight train.
Jake Kabasag, binasag yung depensa doon ni Hans Lieva, getting that layup to go.
Now they lead by their biggest 9 points. The Luz swiftly answering with that one. He has double digits now, 10 points for what I would say is a defensive specialist making his entry on the offensive side. Gonzalez looking to find someone. That is Arceo. And that is a midi that looks good para kay Arceo.
So Jeff Arceo getting that pass from Resty Gonzalez, making good on that mid-range jumper.
Now it's Manipolo. We haven't seen a lot of contributions from him so far. Pero yung medyo nanahimik, nagpapakita na ulit. It's Kenneth Obioha. Finding and paving way again. Ooh. Now it's Yeva. Getting another shot at it. The Luz to Manipolo. And that is a traveling violation. He wanted to go for a hop step, but our referees are not taking that.
They're really calling those Yugo step moves now, where you take off on one leg and land on the same foot. So that's going to be called traveling 100% of the time.
Now it's Samos. Rekta kay Arceo. Now it's Dairit also making his entry now. And that is a traveling violation. Called against PMI, called against Raymart Dairit, and we haven't really seen a lot of him so far in this game. And that's good defense by Maliabo and PCU.
Raymart Dairit scored 2 points in their previous ball game.
And that's how you pay off good defense. You give him a shot, you leave him open no matter how cold Clinton Maliabo has been for the entirety of this game. As soon as he finds something that's open, papasok at papasok din yan. Down goes the lead of PMI to just 4, 54-50. Back into the ball game we go. A three-pointer by Clinton Maliabo has, closed the gap between PMI and PCU, with PMI just leading by 4 points. 54-50 kontra sa Dolphins.
That lead almost, that was in double digits para dito.
Not only that, you got to see a glimpse of our next matchup. Kani-kanina lang, it's PLP versus CSC. And now, it's Kabasag na muling nagbabalik in action. But look at Obioha winning that fight now. The Luz, nagmamadali na naman. Got more speed, but Yeva was right there. Getting an offensive rebound. At si Manalo ang makikitang mafa-foul doon.
Oh, Derek the Luz, bit too fast for his own good. But I gotta give credit to Kenneth Obioha, playing great defense up top against Jake Kabasag, getting that steal.
Hansieva now at the free throw line. He's made 2 total free throws now para sa kanyang koponan. We're about to figure out if he's gonna make one, and he will. Baba na naman ang kalamangan ng PMI sa 2 puntos na lamang. Si Samos na ngayon na magdadala ng bola. He leaves it for Kabasag and then Manalo. Somewhat of a starting 5 here para sa PMI except for Arceo. Gonzalez leaves it again, and that is good para kay Kenneth Manalo.
Kenneth Manalo getting that great setup job by his teammate Resty Gonzalez, getting his game going.
Ooh, there's a foul right behind. And Gonzalez acknowledges it. Alam niya eh. Alam niya na ando na kagad. He was right there. He was looking for the ball. Pero yung braso, yung kanyang nahigit doon. Lead right back to 4, 56-52 with just 5 minutes remaining in the fourth. Now it's Yeva. Pascua checking right back in the ball game. Pero nakikita mo yung intensity nitong si Gonzalez. He doesn't care if he committed a foul. He's gonna play defense either way.
Well, that's what you want to see from this Admiral squad. They are leading by 4 points, pero yung defensive intensity right up there. They wanna keep this lead.
Ooh, no box out there. Pero si Pascua off to the left. Medyo malayo yung kanyang kuha doon. Now it's Kabasag. The Luz winning that fight. Lower center of gravity. Higher chances of speed. At doon, siya lumalamang in the open court. It's so funny to see how Jake Kabasag and Derek Daluz has the same style of play but different in terms of builds.
Different players indeed. You have Derek Daluz who's at the line. He's a guard. Medyo wiry, athletic build. Si Jake Kabasag naman, bit taller. He's taller than Derek Daluz pero heftier. Beefier, kumbaga.
Derek Daluz missing on one. And now the lead is just down to 3. Zamos, iiwan kay Manalo. Look at that. Wanted to go at it. Gonzalez for the 3. No good. Absorb yan itong si Malyabo. Nagmamadali na naman ang PCU and Pascua was rejected. He's gonna throw it right back. Malyabo for 3. No good. Samos will get the rebound pero ang daming contact para makuha yon, so it will stay with PCU.
You see them really fighting for that rebound, and that's what you like to see. Diba? You like to see even the smaller players going up against the bigs to try to get that rebound.
Ooh, Manipolo adjusting midair. Dalawa ang kumuha nun. Now it's PMI down low. It is going to be Gonzalez. Dalawa ang nakuha niya and that is a foul. Lieva was jumping. Pascua was joining. And that is a foul called against PCU pero mukhang baseline inbound yon kasi Gonzalez was looking to pass.
A great forward pass though. Great up fake by Gonzalez.
What is it going to be like? Nope. Sticking with baseline are our officials. Fresh 14 ang ibibigay sa kanila. Manipolo with a steal. And now, pass na naman. Yayong quick on his feet. Now it's Kabasag. Iiwan kay Zamos. And they're gonna be taking their time now, PMI. Yayong setting up the play. Rekta kay Kabasag. ISO. Gonzalez 3. Not gonna work. Kuha ni Yeva yan ngayon. The lose now. A speedster for a speedster. They leave it for Manipolo. 15 seconds on the shot clock. One of the shortest guys always on the field, but look at Lieva. Oh, hold up. Wait a minute. A traveling violation called against PCU.
It was a good up fake, pero during that up fake, before he got hit, was called for traveling. So sayang yung opportunity na yun para sa PCU Dolphins.
Now it's going to be Zamos again, stopping, popping, and scoring. Using the glass. And now they lead by 5, 58-53.
It is 10:30 in the morning, so the bank is open
On a
para kay
Saturday?
Zamos. O sa mall, di ba?
Yeah. But man, now that is something. And you see Troy Manipolo satisfied with that call because they're already in penalty situation. This is 2 minutes and 26 seconds. What may be something that would usually skip your day is an eternity of basketball, especially with a penalty.
So that foul gives a chance, or gives the Dolphins a chance to stop the clock and get points on the board as well to cut this lead.
Pascua making one. Missed on that too. Zamos was right there, skying for that rebound. The usual instruction here is you take your time, but PCU is not letting them have it. Gonzalez, speedster, wants to go at it. A good pass to Kenneth Manalo. How was Gonzalez able to find him?
Great vision by Resty Gonzalez. He knew where his teammate was.
Now it's Maliabo. He's made a shot from there. Couldn't work that time. Naiwan pa dito kay Dan Pascua.
Tapi ka ng bola, Kenneth Obioha able to get that tap to his teammate Jello Pascua for that under goal stab.
60 to 57, a minute and 45 to go. Gonzalez against Daluz. This is where Daluz operates. He gets a steal successfully. Zamos gets it right back. He goes to his left. Iniwan kay Jake. Babangga. Hindi magigiba, pero look at Arceo. Tear dropping for 2 points.
Jeff Arceo steady in this second half, helping the cause of the Admirals, getting that 2 points to go.
Now it's Austria. And then the lose. Maliabo wouldn't want to take that shot anymore. Iiwan nila kay Obioha. Now he goes and operate from the paint. He tries to go inside, and that is a foul called against PMI.
Reach in foul underneath. It is tough, no? When Kenneth Obioha is underneath that near to the basket. Tsaka it's tempting eh. Binaba kasi ni Kenneth Obioha yung bola. So, whenever your big puts the ball down, there is that tendency for the defender to hack or try to swipe that ball and steal that ball away from you.
Kenneth Obioha so far with 16 points already para sa PCU. We are wondering if he is going to be able to pave way para sa kanila, but it is going to be a miss. PMI looking for their very first win in FEBL. Getting a win against someone who's undefeated. Now it's Gonzalez. Manipulo ngayon na nagbabantay sa kanya. And that is short. Good defense by the Dolphins. 40 seconds to go. Austria leaving it. Manipolo gets it. Now he tries a midi. That won't work. Kabasag is going to be running away now. And that is 30 seconds. Less than 30 seconds to be exact. Jake Kabasag seeing the open lane. Irerekta niya na sana. But they needed a stoppage of time.
So that defense of PCU. Stopping that transition offense ng Admirals.
Now it's Zamos going to the baseline. Iiwan sa labas para kay Kabasag. 13 seconds remaining in the shot clock. Gonzalez finding the open lane and gets it to fall. Just 14 seconds to go in a crucial steal. Kabasag buying some time. 10 seconds to go. And that is going to be it. A statement win para sa Philippine Maritime Institute. They got the victory to go. An upset, if we would say. The streak ends at 3. And for PMI, it starts with 1. 64 to 57 is our final score. A beautiful performance from PMI for redemption sa FEBL.
It is an upset. Remember, 3-0 ang Dolphins, 0-2 ang Admirals getting that win. So they are now at 1-2. And mind you, this is without their captain ball, si Eric Hanapin.
Yeah, they honestly could not believe it happening. It was a surprise from what we've seen, especially from the highlights. of this player, number 20, missed his services the past few games, but now is here to show that PMI can also do it. Scoring, number 20, Jake Eric Kabasag, paving his way and getting some baskets to fall.
Very timely. Remember, we were talking about this. The first half only had 3 players scoring, but in the second half, Jake Eric Kabasag helping his team get back and get that win.
We're finally having a chance now to throw it over to Miss Angelica Sarmiento together with her best player of the game.
At kasama ko na nga itong si Eric Kabasag, our best player of the game, who scored 13 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steals. So congratulations on your first win, Jake. And ang ganda naging performance nyo ngayon. And sa tingin mo, anong kakaiba o bago sa pinakita nyo ngayon na nag-lead para mapanalo nyo yung game na ito?
Muna po sa lahat, sinundod lang po namin yung mga sinasabi ni Coach. Like, kung paano po makakuha ng tamang defense para po makakuha ng mas madaling points po. Yun po.
Thank you so much, and that was a great number for you. And kanino mo naman dinededicate ang game na ito, and baka meron ka din gustong batiin or pasalamatan?
Pinapasalamatan ko po yung PMI community, yung mga mga teachers, yung mga nagsumusuporta po sa amin sa PMI. Lalo na po sa bahay, sila Mama, Mama Merly, Tita Eden, tsaka yung mga kapatid ko po, lalo na sa ibang bansa. And mga nasa Antipolo po. Yung mga tropa ko rin po dyan.
Thank you so much, and once again, congratulations, our best player of the game, and we'll be right back after this break.
Thank you.